small sample that we've got here, but we'll definitely take a look. Let's queue up the marker. All right, welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video. Today, in this next topic, we're going to talk about why Tesla insurance, or maybe even Tesla repairs, jumps up Tesla insurance, and why your insurance payment, your monthly payment, your premium, your 6-month premium is that much more expensive. We got an article here that kind of goes into it a little bit, and then we'll also give you my thoughts. And on top of that, at the end of this video, we'll give you what the average Tesla, insurance for your Tesla is, and of course, what I pay for my Teslas that I've owned. So if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on a Tesla at the best possible price, or just getting really good financing on your Tesla. So if you're interested in any of that, please hit that subscribe. And today's video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link down below in the description if you want to receive the benefits, like best interest rates for financing your Tesla, amongst other stuff. So definitely check it out if you are interested. So let us take a look at this. Shout out to Motor Biscuit for posting this article. Expensive Tesla repair cost because insurers to write them off. And so basically what this article actually goes out to, shout out to Motor Biscuit for posting this, is that body shops and insurance companies basically do not want to try and repair Teslas. And it's really maybe not because of the body shop's fault, but maybe more so of how this technology is built, the battery and all that stuff. And it's really, they don't want liability with any sort of damage near the battery. You can see right here, a retail price of a Model Y long range was $61,388, and their estimated repair cost after getting into a front collision was $50,388. And so here's another one that had a side collision, had a retail price of $72,000, and the repair cost was $43,814. And so what this article is actually citing is that these costs of these parts are very expensive, but really the biggest thing is like probably the cost of the battery. The battery can cost what, $20 to $25, $30,000. I have no idea if that's the right number. I'm just kind of just saying it, but that's really what it adds up to, all these costs, and that they don't necessarily want to try and repair it, and they'd rather just try and say like, we need to change all this stuff because we don't want to get, want any sort of liability if something were to happen with the repair and we weren't fixing it 100%. But this article does start to quote that parts are pretty hard to get in demand, and so that's why this causes this trickle effect to why insurance companies have to then charge a lot more for their premiums, because they've probably taken a lot of hits with paying for these total losses with these Teslas. And so that's the thing, like I've always recommend that if you bought a Tesla last year at a higher price, make sure your insurance coverages are set with maybe even gap coverage if you are insuring them at the market value is not as high as what you paid, so be aware of that. But the other thing is, like, if you're on the fence of buying a Tesla and you have not gotten any quotes for insurance, I try and tell people it's at least anywhere from 10 to 20 to 30% more than what you're currently pay for whatever car you have. So be aware of that. You do save elsewhere in other areas when you buy an electric vehicle, but certainly buying an electric vehicle and saving on car insurance is not the case. And maybe it's because of the new technology of these vehicles, of new EVs. And it's kind of the case with higher insurance across all electric vehicles is going to be higher than what you're paying for your gas car. And of course, we put a poll out there. We put a poll about 3 weeks ago. We got almost 2,000 votes, actually 1.8 votes. And I asked the question, how much do you pay for your insurance for your Tesla Model 3 or Model Y specifically? Because Model S and X is a whole different level of vehicle, in my opinion, because of the price point. And so insurance prices for that is going to be a lot higher. But 18%, or I guess we'll go to the majority first, 31% said anywhere from $100 to $150 a month. 20% said $150 to $250 a month. And 18%, a third majority, said $50 to $100 a month. But the crazy thing here is 6%, or what is that math? Like over 120 people, 6% of 1,800 votes, like maybe, I don't know, 100 people, give or take, pay over $300 a month for insurance. Now, of course, that could be because they could be younger drivers, or maybe they're in like high cost of living areas with a lot of accidents or whatever. But $300 a month is nothing to sneeze at there, especially that basically nullifies any sort of gas savings you have with an electric vehicle. So definitely definitely keep that in mind. There are companies that we do recommend that I've used, that I use currently, that can be a lower monthly payment for your insurance, but at the end of the day, it will be 10 to 30% more than what you currently pay for your vehicle, 100%. But let me know what your thoughts, like how much do you pay for insurance where you're at, what vehicle or what quotes you get. We'll try and see, like, is there a company out there that has better insurance? But I mean, I've always recommended Costco insurance. I have Wawa Nisa for California. I've used Progressive in the past. And also at the same time, there is Tesla insurance that also can come in a lot lower. But I'm not sure if I like the whole idea of like a big brother or someone. You know, I just looked at my safety score. I'm a terrible driver at sort of Tesla. So I'm not sure I like that, because they can adjust your rates based upon your driving habits. But I do have a friend that has Tesla insurance, and he's like in an area where he was paying $100 a month for insurance beforehand. But you know, Tesla basically said to them, if you drive like a good boy and you tick off all our boxes, we'll lower your insurance from $100 down to $47 or something like that. So definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts on that are. We're going to jump into the live stream in the comments, but before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon.